everyone, it's Jen again. Sorry about the late video and for not recording last week. Things have been a little bit hectic with the holidays going on, especially from the point of like mother and wife. Things always get a little bit more stressful around the holidays with the cooking and cleaning and family and stuff like that. So to be honest, I would rather be working on my projects, but it's important to take breaks and spend time with family and keep these ongoing traditions and build memories and stuff. So I don't regret it, but it is like kind of exhausting. And I feel like my health, like I can feel it with like my immune system, like my digestive system, and my sleep and everything has kind of negatively impacted the last couple of weeks just because of that kind of added stress. On top of that, I slammed my finger in the car door. It's actually healing pretty quickly this time around. I think I managed to get out fairly unscathed in comparison to the last times that I've slammed my hand in the car door. So I've been able to still type a little bit awkwardly, still do most tasks. Haven't been able to do art just because this busted finger kind of gets in my way when I'm trying to do like kind of very precise work, like inking and that sort of thing. So anything that I would need like a pencil or a stylus to do has been kind of like awkward, but just using my mouse and like typing on the keyboard like hasn't been too bad. So I'm still able to work on some of my reprogramming of Arcane Dice Wars. Right now it's kind of in a semi-broken state. I think at least I'm able to run it right now, so I still have to go through and kind of like troubleshoot all like the new code and the added mechanics of like the daily cycles that I've added to the game, as well as like the crafting systems and stuff. So I have to go through and like more thoroughly test that, but at least it's currently running without without giving me any error messages. We'll see how far I get in that before it screams at me. I've been reworking art assets, so as you can see with the title page here, been redrawing backgrounds. Have drawn a lot of backgrounds and a lot of new character art. I have also been thinking about trying to make a Android port of this in the future. We'll see how far I get with that. But at least starting with assets, that will make that port easier to implement if I do decide to go that route going forward. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just I'm just rambling on about all this random stuff. So there seems to be, at least last to my knowledge, an issue with codec compatibility with the WebM and the alpha mask transparency not working on the Android ports. So I'm trying to swap out the WebMs that required alpha transparency with PNG sequences, which meant also lowering the frame rate from 24 images per second or frames per second to 12 frames per second, just because I want to make programming it less cumbersome, and I want to like not have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images. I want to try to cut back on the bloat that creates. Which is an interesting challenge in and of itself, because initially I think I had in the back of my mind that I wanted to move away from the using the alpha masks with the WebMs, but I wasn't happy with how the bonding sprites were turning out because they looked too choppy for my taste. But I found this time around working, I guess, a little bit more mindfully with the idea that I was going to be animating on 12 frames a second. I think I managed to not make it look too jarringly choppy this time around. So I think I'm satisfied with how the expressions look on the 12 frames a second. So I am going to go with replacing all these sprites going forward. And these are just, this is just me testing the frames, because I do kind of like pause in different spots, and I did kind of edit little tiny minor things after I queue up the frames, and I might adjust, you know, how long a frame is paused, or I might make a little minor adjustment to the puppeting of the characters. I do have another animation, a rather ambitious animation revision that I'd like to add to the future, but we'll see how far I get. So those are going to all have new sprites for when you're having the bond conversations with your companions. I've been implementing Mission 2 or Chapter 2, where you're going into the forest, and I've added all these different hubs to the kind of base that's in the forest. There also is going to be kind of a base of operations in the city of Brookhaven once that area is unlocked. So places like the shop and the tavern you can access from either location, but they do have different variables, because I have kind of this recruiting mechanic. So this is currently broken, I've got to fix it still. But it's basically picking from a random list of like items that you don't have, units that you haven't recruited yet, and then this resets daily. So like if I didn't want this Fire Knight, then if I go back today, it'll still be the Fire Knight, at least at this forest location. But if I check back on another day, then this randomization should be redone, and that these variables that are stored will be cleared and reset to new ones. So the city of Brookhaven will also have a different set of units for hire, so you will be able to kind of, once you unlock Brookhaven, move between the two locations to kind of see which units are available to recruit, because maybe you're looking for a particular unit to compensate for an element of faction that you're lacking. Meeting rooms are still kind of set up very much the same way. So this sprite will get swapped out for the new bonding sprite. I just haven't gotten to programming, rewriting and reprogramming these conversations yet. So right now it's just like the placeholder left over of the old one, but pretty much the same there. And then I did change the loyalty requirements to make it a little bit lower, and I have also put another condition on unlocking the bond conversations, so certain bond conversations won't unlock until you've completed certain missions. So even if you were to grind like 100 loyalty in the first town, you wouldn't be able to reach bond level 4 until you've completed up to mission 3, so you would be like on mission 4. So that way you wouldn't have to do as much grinding for the loyalty, but at the same time you wouldn't be able to kind of shoot up past the relationship building. It will stay somewhat in line. Sorry. It'll stay somewhat in line with like where the main story is. we have a shop now where we have randomized items that you can buy, materials. So this will also change depending on location and daily. But if I go back during the same day, it will be the same items at the same location. There's a crafter and refiner for like making the special bonding items for unlocking the morale skills and bond level 6. That hasn't been implemented yet. That's on my list of things to do. We now have the sleeping quarters that is similar to how it was set up in Villain's Heart. So now you can consult with the companion to kind of tell you what you should be doing. So I have to call, I forgot to put a call statement here, to populate the guild members. So to check which ones that we actually own. Members append, so let's do that. Okay. Alright, so it's checking to see which units we have recruited, and then it's having one of them write a little message, and then that will increase the loyalty with that unit. And you can only do that once per day. And then we have the groom option, which similarly to Villain's Heart will let you gain loyalty with one of the elite units. I forgot to make a return button, so we want to do that, because maybe I don't want to do any of these things. Like maybe I don't want to sleep yet. So let's jump back to the main hub. We have the ability to duel, which the wager here is higher than it would be in a normal encounter. We have the new enhanced looking dice. I don't have any of my bond levels raised. Have our loyalty. These units are ready to talk. Okay, so that's basically what I've been working on the last couple weeks. I'm really just kind of tired and fighting a headache, so I think that's gonna be all I have to say for this week. I just didn't want to go another week without checking in, so I hope everyone is having a good start to their month of December, and whatever you're working on, don't forget to enjoy the process. Bye.